Welcome to Break Into Tech Show with Professor Temi Akinwumi of My IT University, a multi-award winning tech CEO, career coach, and mentor. With decades of hands-on tech career, will ensure your career dreams come true. Join our extraordinary show today on groundbreaking topic for a successful career. Do you want a $100,000 job as a cybersecurity professional, Scrum Master, Business Analyst Software QA, Cloud Architect, Data Analyst, Technical Recruiter, and more? Visit www.myituniversity.com to schedule a call. Come and get inspired to secure a lucrative job, keep the job, and grow on the job. Relax, receive, and see results. We're glad you're here. Share, like, and comment.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Break Into Tech Show. My name is Professor Temi, and I'll be your host again today. It's so wonderful seeing everybody here today. Thank you for joining me live and direct. Thank you so much. Today is going to be a wonderful discussion on your Break Into Tech Show. For people that have never met me before, I'm so excited to meet you. I can help you break into tech with your eyes closed. I've been in tech for 3 decades, and I've done everything in tech, from software engineering to cybersecurity to cloud engineering to Scrum Master, product owner, everything, different areas of tech. My first degree was computer science, information technology. I have 5 degrees. I have 11 certifications. And I've helped more than 1,000 people break into tech. I can also help you break into tech with your eyes closed. You can follow me bumper to bumper. Just listen, and the rest is history. And I literally mean it. I can help you break into tech between 90 to 120 days. And I mean what I'm saying. If you have never followed me before, feel free to follow me on YouTube. Is on My IT University. Feel free to follow me. I'm on TikTok with Prof Temi. I'm on Lemon. I'm on Instagram. Just Google me, Professor Temi. You will see me everywhere, helping everybody, many family, many community break into tech and doing well in tech. I'm excited to always help you because I'm a tech evangelist. It's my passion. It's not just training, it's mentorship, it's coaching, internship. You need to be able to be a good coach. You need to have the patience to coach people. It's more than training, guys. It's more than training. So if you're interested, reach out. Let me know. You can also even call me. My number is right here. You can text me and I'll help you break in. Thank you so much. Today, we're going to be looking at AI. I want you to be able to test your AI skills. Some of you don't know anything about cybersecurity, GRC AI, which is like NIST RMF AI. Last week, I brought that to you, and this week we are bringing it again. And the good part is that we are going to be having a course on NIST Risk Management Framework AI, and we're going to be having that course on October 3rd. So if you're interested, feel free to schedule a call with me or just text me on my number that's going down there below. You can just reach out to me. This skill is going to enhance your career. It can be an add-on to what you already have. It's always good to have a very strong background. And when you have like evolving tech skills like this, or emerging or trending skills like this, you need to add that under your belt. That'll give you a competitive edge over anybody else. And that's why I'm encouraging all my community and both online and in my university to try as much as possible to register for this. It's going to be a 10 weeks course, and it's going to really guide you and help you to break in. So register, get ready. Okay, it's going to be really good and affordable for you. and also flexible payment plans. So reach out. Let's see what you can do with that. Okay, with that being said, please get ready to test what you have known so far. And this test is going to not really let you know what you have known so far, but also be able to test and also memorize or get ready to understand the skills of NIST RMF AI. Okay, guys. So, yeah, so feel free to reach out, schedule a call. And if you have a family member also that's trying to break into tech, please do good to send them my way. Thank you so much. I'm also an author, multi-award-winning author. Feel free also to check me out on. I'm on also actually on LinkedIn. You can check me out. Okay, and also on Amazon. I'm an Amazon bestseller. I have like 6 books on Amazon. Feel free to also check those books out. Just put Temi Akinwumi. You will see all those books coming. Thank you, guys. We're gonna go straight into the business today. I'm not gonna waste your time. So let's get started. I have your notepad and pen ready, and also share with others. Thank you for the thumbs up. And if you comment, I can be able to greet you properly. If you comment in the comment section where you are joining me from, I would love to welcome you. Thank you for the like and share and comment. Okay? Comment where you're joining me from so that I'll be able to greet you properly. So today we're going to be looking at NIST AI risk management framework, and you'll be able to test your knowledge. You'll be able to test your knowledge, guys. So we're going to get started with that. Are we ready? I hope you can hear me clearly, and I hope you are ready to go, guys. So test your knowledge, a comprehensive assessment of your understanding of the NIST groundbreaking framework for responsible AI development and deployment. You know, a lot of people are screaming now, oh, everything is AI. Everything is AI, right? And we want to develop apps with AI. But what are we doing with those apps? When we develop and deploy it, is it safe? Is it secure? So we're going to look into things like that. And how do we start thinking about our risk management framework? How do we use this now to secure that AI development that we've deployed? So we're going to be testing our knowledge. Last week I did a whole 30 minutes on this AI risk management framework. Today we're going to be testing some knowledge to see where you are. Because many people learn differently, right? Being an adjunct professor at different universities, I've learned that people learn differently. Some people learn when you query them and question them. People learn just by visualizing it. So we're going to use different method of learning. Okay. Introduction to NIST AI RMF, overview and importance. The overview, we're going to look at the framework purpose, the industry impact, and the global influence. So the framework purpose provide a structured approach to identifying, assessing, and modify AI risk across the entire system life cycle. You have your system life cycle, InfoSec life cycle. When I talk about the system here, I'm talking about the people, the process, and the technology. Now, looking at the life cycle of the process of the system from initiation onto disposition, we need to be able to incorporate the NIST risk management AI into the framework so that it will be not only resilient against attack, right, but also solid. So the framework purpose is to be able to identify and assess all these risks, okay, that are, accompany your deploy system, because there's no way that you deploy a system that will not have some risk in it. That's why we talk about GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. So this is a compliance framework that we're going to use to assess and analyze and mitigate any risk that we might see. The industry impact: establish voluntary standard that help organization build trustworthy AI system while maintaining your innovation. So we're still innovating and it's continuous innovation, but we need to make sure that we are able to have a trustworthy system. And also global influence: serve as foundational reference for international AI governance initiative and regulatory framework. So let's get started. Guys, you need to be excited, guys. Come on. The first question: AI governance core function. What is the core function of AI governance? Which four core functions form the foundation of the NIST AI risk management framework? A. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me, guys. A. Identify, protect, detect, respond. B. Plan, design, implement, monitor. C. Govern, map, measure, manage. D. Assess, mitigate, transfer, accept. If you were with me last week, I already went through this. We went through a 30 minutes or more of this learning. Now I'm testing your knowledge based on what I did for you last week. Is it A, B, C, or D? Pick your answer and put it in the chat with me. Put your answer in the chat with me. I'm going to check if you put it. Are we with me? Are we with me, guys? Let's go. Okay. So let's go. Let's continue. So I'm going to reveal the answer to you. If you win like at least 2, you're going to get a gift. You're going to get a gift, guys. Let's go. So A, B, C, or D. Let's go. Reveal. Let's reveal the answer. Okay, guys, the answer is C. Govern, map, measure, and manage. Remember I mentioned to you last week G3M. It's like that might help you to remember G3M: govern, map, measure, and manage. Let's break it down. Put in the chat, elaborate. Let's elaborate it. Are we following me? So the first thing, govern. What is that? Establishes organizational policy, procedure, and governance structure for responsible AI development and deployment, and create accountability and oversight mechanisms. Guys, we talk about organizational policy and procedure. You know, policy is different from procedure. What is policies and what are policies and what are procedures? Policies is what give us the directive of the organization. What direction are we going in this organization? So the policy, we follow the policy. The procedure is the step-by-step of how to implement those policy. Right. So we want to be able to establish policy and procedure and governance structure for responsible AI and be able to create accountability, making sure that you are accountable and oversight mechanism. So when you see govern, look at the organization, look at the getting started, look at policy, look at procedure, look at the standard and guidelines, look at accountability. So these are the things you will be thinking when you think about governance. Oversight function, oversight mechanism. These are things we're going to look at. That's the first core area. The second one is map. When you see map, you're talking about mapping something. How do you map something? What is mapping? Just think about map in your mind. Identify and categorize AI risk. So we have all those risks. We have to be able to map them out within specific context, understanding how AI system interact with stakeholders, right? And broader social technical environment. So we are looking at the AI system. How do they interact with our stakeholders? Who are the stakeholders? People that have interest in the system, people that are involved with the system, people that are invested into the system. These are your stakeholders. So you're going to map out, the interaction with the stakeholders. And then you will also measure. That's the third area. Measurement. How do you measure something? You literally think in your mind, you already mapped it out, then you are measuring it. You are look at the tape rule, the tape measure to measure something. So use that to be able to have that in your mind. Analyze it and track. Analysis and track, identify risk. You already have some risk identified. You're analyzing them. You are tracking them. So in our course, we're going to be doing all these things live. We're going to have a live project. You're going to be doing live in project right in class. For the 10 weeks, they'll be weekly. You're going to do a project throughout so you can really understand how to use this core function in the day-to-day environment. So this will be an enhancement to what you already have. So if you're interested in those programs, feel free to register. Feel free to reach out actually. Reach out or schedule a call with me and I can explain to you more. Okay, so through quantitative and qualitative method. So I'm just going to break all this thing down to establish metrics and benchmark for ongoing assessments. Okay, so we can use quantitative analysis or quantitative method, qualitative method, like low, moderate, or high, or we quantify it with numbers. When you say quantitative, no, we are measuring, we are putting numbers, we are doing scoring. Okay, or you can look qualitative, like you say low, moderate, or high, kind of tiering. And also implement strategies to treat, identify risk. You've already found the risk. How do you treat those risks? Through mitigation, acceptance, transfer, or avoidance, ensuring continuous improvement and adaptation. You want to improve. You want to be able to adapt, So you see that you mitigate the risk or you accept like, okay, when you mitigate risk, that means you're trying to make sure that you reduce the risk, right? Or accept like, okay, I'm just going to accept this. Hopefully you're not going to accept a risk that is really going to be a big deal. Transfer it by getting insurance or other organization to share risk, transfer risk, and or avoid it totally. Okay, we're going to learn all these things more so, and you will literally see that these are some of the things that you are kind of familiar with a little bit. So feel free to reach out. Second question, guys, let's go. Question 2. Key stakeholders in AI risk management is what we're looking at in this area. Address, according to your NIST AI risk management framework, RMF, which group is not typically considered a primary stakeholder in AI risk management? So let's follow me. A, AI system developers and engineers. B, end user and affected communities. C, regulatory bodies and policymakers. D, competitors, organization in the same industry. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let's go. Which is which? Okay, who doesn't have influence? Let's go. Is it A, B, C, or D? I'm waiting, making sure that you're getting it, you're following me. I need to see your comment. I know most of you are not familiar at all yet with this framework. The NIST Risk Management AI framework. Most of you are not familiar with it at all. And that is why I'm bringing it to your face so that you will be able to know, like, okay, this is here and it's here to stay. Let's embrace it. Let's embrace it. Let's make it happen. So that's why I'm bringing it to your face. I'm always your tech evangelist. So I'm bringing it to your face like, okay, guys, let's see. AI risk management framework is here to stay. Most of you are not even looking at that direction yet. It's here, guys. Let's go. Let's go. So let's go. Okay, so the answer is D. Understanding risk management stakeholder ecosystem. So the correct answer is D. Competitor, organization in the same industry. So let's break it down. Why is it that all these other people that we're mentioning, the other roles that we're mentioning, they are stakeholders? So we're looking at developers and engineers, organization leadership, end user and communities, and regulatory policy makers. All these people have vested interests. We have different interests, but everybody is interested. They are stakeholders. They have something to say about the project. They are involved. They are invested their time, the resources, the energy. So they are all stakeholders. So developers and engineers design, build, and maintain AI system with technical expertise. Some of you may be that, right? Okay, it can be end user community that directly interact with and are affected by AI system decisions because they are the end users. They are the one using the system and the outcome in their daily lives. It helps them with their organization structure, whatever they're doing day to day. The leadership, they make strategic decision about AI adaptation, resource allocation, and also risk tolerance. They are the leadership, regulators, and policymaker. They establish legal framework, standard, oversight mechanism for AI governance. You see that? So all these people are stakeholders. The only people that are not stakeholder is competitor organization in the same industry. Okay? Any question, guys? Are we following me? Question 3. Let's go. Risk assessment methodologies. What is the primary advantages of combining qualitative and quantitative risk assessment method in AI system? Why do we want to combine them? Why not just qualitative or quantitative? A, reduces assessment time and complexity. B, provide comprehensive understanding of both measurable and contextual risk. C, eliminate needs for stakeholders' involvement. And D, guarantees regulatory compliance. Which one? What is the primary advantage of combining qualitative and quantitative? Okay, let's go. Let's find the answer. Let's find the answer. Is B, provide comprehensive understanding of both measurable and contextual risk management. So let's look at the quantitative. What is the method? And what is the qualitative? What's the method? So for the quantitative, which you are quantifying, you are measuring, we have statistical performance metrics. For many of you that have done a lot of statistical, you are familiar with statistics. There are different tools that you can use also with quantitative analysis, where you can use like JASP and so many other tools, even though that's like beyond the scope of GRC. But quantitative analysis is pretty good because you can do different types of measures, based on different scenarios. You can do the ANOVA, you can do the linear regressions and all that, right? Looking at quantitative analysis, error rate and accuracy measure, computational resource usage and response time benchmark. If we're trying to correlate between quantitative and qualitative analysis, you can do a lot. And based on the different factors that we're going to be using to measure the qualitative and quantitative impacts and likelihood, or whatever other factors we're going to factor into do our linear regression or our ANOVA or different measures we want to use. Everything's computerized. We can use different tools like JASP and so many other tools to quantify and to be able to measure, right? But that's really like way towards another research area. So qualitative method, we look at stakeholders impact assessment. We can look at that. Then ethical consideration, social cultural context, and regulatory compliance factors. If you put all these factors together as our to factor into our analysis during some research, we'll be able to understand and make decisions and have our, analysis done quantitatively. Qualitatively, we can just analyze, prioritization, but quantitatively, then we can use some tools to do that. I will leave that for researchers, dissertation and thesis classes, or professors or professionals or students. Okay, so let's leave the analysis. Let's go to question 4. Implementation challenges. So which challenge is most commonly encountered when implementing NIST AI framework in large organizations? When large organizations are trying to implement this framework, what are the challenges? A, lack of available technology solution, which is lack of availability of these solutions, right? B, organizational silos and coordination difficulties. When organizations work in silos, everybody is doing their own thing. This one is doing his own thing. They are not communicating. They are not integrating system. They are not discussing. Everybody is on their own little. It doesn't work like that, right? Then C, insufficient financial resources and the regulatory uncertainty. That's a problem, right? So which one is a major challenge that is common within organizations? Which one? A, B, C, or D? Let's see. Overcoming implementation barriers. We have B, organizational silos and coordination difficulties. Many a times you have people working common silos. They're working in integration, in their own little environment. So in the common silos, we have IT, meaning everybody is segmented, very much segmentation. They're not talking to themselves. Everybody's doing their own thing, their own little world. IT is doing its own thing. Legal is doing their own thing. Compliance doing their own thing. Business units doing their own thing. They operate independently, creating organizational gap in AI governance. We need to work together. All these people need to work together. That is why many a times I get excited when I see Scrum, because in those days, I've been in tech for 30 years, guys. I've been working in tech 30 years plus. I'll see we have meetings, we have coordination meetings once a week, or maybe on Friday. Some projects we have it once a week on Wednesday, some on Monday, first thing in the morning. It's not enough. There should be more communication. When you have Scrum that you have to do stand-ups every day, then it makes things better, right? So we can communicate better, we can share information, not only with those meetings, but we can have follow-ups. We can have a centralized area where we put all our information in the repository and everybody is working together. Systems are integrated together, right? All the units of an organization they are discussing, they are talking, they are working together, which is good. So we don't have problem with implementing our system. Integrating solution. So we're talking like integration of your solution. Cross-functional AI governance committee, shared metrics, and unified communication channel bridge organizational divide. So we must work together so that we have a successful product, right? Success factor. Executive sponsorship. Some executives don't even know how to work with nobody. They just in their own little world with their shoulder pad up. Don't want to work with nobody, don't know how to govern anybody, don't know how to talk to down to. They just know the strategies. They don't have way to work with implementation and have a tactical, a tactical strategy to make things work. They just everything is just focusing on the strategic plan, the overview. I want to do this, I want to do that. Then you make decisions, you can't implement this decision. What's the problem with that? So clear role definition, regular interdepartmental meeting. You remember I mentioned the meetings. Ensure coordinated implementation. Everything must become, you know, must be coordinated very well. You remember Maybe you work in some tech organization before. I was a software engineer for many years, right? Developers have their own problems. They don't want to work with they just want to develop. How can you just develop? You can't just develop. And then you don't want to even talk to anybody that don't want to work with cybersecurity and department. You don't want to work with any other. Just want to develop, get requirement, develop. Don't even want to document what you are developing. Don't want to have time to be typing stuff or be commenting or documenting. All these things have to come to play so that we can have a very good, you know, a solid, resilient system that's resilient against attack, that's strong and solid. Very, very important. Fifth question. Are we following me, guys? Are we following me? Okay, question 5. AI transparency requirement. Under the NIST AI risk management framework guidelines, what level of transparency is recommended for high risk AI system? A. Basic system functionality description only. B. Technical specification for expert users. C. Comprehensive documentation including decision-making process, data source, and implementation. And D. Proprietary information protection takes precedence. Which one? A, B, C, or D? I'm super excited about AI because this is what I've been saying. Being in tech for so many years and started with development, all different coding, and being a team leader. Sometimes you look back, you don't even see your engineers try to work with you to get things done. Like, okay, seriously, let's document this. Seriously, let's work together. Seriously. So this is just bringing everything back. Like, after many years, I've become a cybersecurity analyst, working as a CISO, working as cybersecurity area. I'm super excited, like, okay, now we can secure the systems better because I build system, I can secure system too, both in the cloud and on-prem, right? So now we're looking at this. So let's pick our answer, A, B, C, or D. Let's go. Okay, so looking at transparency, the answer is C. Comprehensive documentation, including decision-making process, data source, and limitation. So we are looking at system purpose and scope, always. Clear description of intended use. What do you want to use the system for? That's the first thing I always tell you guys during initiation. Intended use. That's why we have the meet and greet with the customer. What do you need? What do you need it for? Right? Don't just say, okay, everything is yes. I will do it, yes. Ask question. Make sure that you understand what you're trying to do. Target users and operational content for AI system. Data and model details. Information about training data source. Which source is it coming from? Model architecture and algorithmic decision-making process. We're looking at all these different algorithms. We're looking at data source, the architecture. What are we trying to do? What we have to understand the architecture. We need to understand, once you gather all the data and you gather all the you know the purpose and the use and the initiation, the gathering, you need to be able to understand exactly what we're doing. We need to be able to have, like, in your mentally have a draw of what you're doing. So we have a prototype to be able to start going forward. Can't just start doing whatever, right? So also performance and limitation, testing results, no failure modus, ensure metrics and boundaries of reliable operation. Once we started development, after modeling, after looking at the different, the what we're doing, and we also understand, we already be able to gather requirements, break everything down, prototyping, we start decoding designs, right? And then we'll be able to understand, once design, we have to do different type of tests, right? We have to do our own tests, different types of tests, right? Unit tests, integration tests, and all those regressional tests and stuff. You need to test it, functional test, to be able to move on, to be able to even move forward to deployment or anything, right? And even before user acceptance. So also risk management measure that has to go in. You have to be able to measure, implement safeguard, monitoring procedure, and incident response protocols. So the safeguard, the countermeasures, the process, the procedures, all the protocols, we need to measure our risk. Remember your G3M, right? Very important. Okay, guys, follow me closely, guys. Number 6, metrics for AI system evaluation. So which metrics category is most critical for evaluating AI system in sensitive application like healthcare or criminal justice? Which one? A, computational efficiency and speed. B, cost effectiveness and return on investment, ROI. C, fairness, bias detection, and equitable outcome. And D, user satisfaction scores. A, B, C, D. Which one? Which metrics category is most critical for evaluating AI system in sensitive application like healthcare or criminal justice? Let's go. So the key was here, which metric category is most critical for evaluating AI system? For evaluating AI system, which metric is for evaluating AI system? So those are the keywords. Always know the keywords, the takeaway from your question, so you will be able to pick the correct answer. And the way to pick the correct answer is to eliminate the ones that are not likely to be the weakest ones. So the answer is C, fairness, bias detection, and equitable outcome. Essential fairness metrics. What are the essential fairness metrics? Let's look at it. Demographic parity, equalized odds, individual fairness, and counterfactual fairness. So these are the essential metrics. Equal outcome across protected groups, consistent true positive and false positive, making sure that what you see is correct. If it's actually like this, there are some odds, there are some errors, right? They'll be able to actually know, is it true? Is it not true? You have an alert or alarm. What is it true or not? Is it seeing what is saying or is not seeing what is said is saying? So individual fairness, similar treatment for similar cases, and decision unaffected by sensitive attributes. All these will help us to be able to measure our fairness and equity measure. Don't forget, like I mentioned to you, our upcoming class is starting on October 3rd. It's a 10-week hands-on on AI, NIST AI RMF. You can reach out to me on my phone number that's scrolling down right there, or schedule a call with me to add this onto your belt. You don't want to be left out of this trend, because that's going to give you a competitive advantage over anybody else. So let's look at this question also. Which governance structure does NIST AI RMF recommend for organization with multiple AI initiative? If you have multiple AI initiative, what structure do we recommend for that organization? A, centralized AI team managing all document projects. B, tiered governance with AI oversight committee and project level team. C, completely decentralized approach for business unit by business unit. And D, external third-party governance provider. Which one do you think is the best and is recommended? Okay, let's take a look. B, tiered, different level, governance with AI oversight committees and project level teams. So we have, like I mentioned before, you remember I mentioned to you, AI oversight committee, strategic level, the top level, they make decisions. They are the one that will say, okay, this is what we want to do, right? And they pass it down to tier 2, tactical level, AI review board, and then pass to tier 3, operational level, team, project team, right? And remember in the AI, in the risk management framework, we have the strategic level, we have the tactical level. So we always have the governance, the mission and business focus, and then we have the system environment. Remember? So this is also the same structure. But in this case, we added the operational level, which is always there anyway, even though we don't mention it in the risk management one. The project level, the project team, we call it the system environment in the risk management organizational model. So it's still 3 tiers. This tactical level, we call this area mission and business focus, right? That pass decision that's made in tier 1 is part to tier 2, and tier 2 passes to tier 3. Right? You remember, guys? I hope you remember, guys. Very good. So let's look at international framework alignment. How does this AI RMF align with EU, European Union, AI Act, and other international framework? A, direct contradiction and requiring separate approaches. B, complementary approach with shared core principle. C, identical requirement and implementation methods. And D, no relationship or coordination between frameworks. Which one do you think it is, guys? Let's go. Okay. Is B, complementary approach with shared core principle. Are you learning something from this? If you are learning something from this, give me a yes. Give me a yes. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Jude. I see you. I see you, Jude. Thank you very much. One of our engineers right there. D and B. Thank you for the answer. Thank you for that. Guys, let's go. That's one of our engineers right there. Jude, welcome. Okay, guys. So let's continue. Are we following me? Are we learning? If you're learning something, say yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. So, NIST AI, voluntary risk-based framework, the EU AI Act, regulatory compliance requirement, Canadian AIDA, risk assessment focus, Singapore framework, and UK AI principles. All of these we are complementary approach with shared core principle. We all share the same core principle. Okay. Okay, don't forget to reach out to me if you're interested in our upcoming class for AI, NIST AI Risk Management Framework, the GRC. So feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm super excited to be with you as usual. Okay, guys. So any questions? Any question today? We all good? Okay. So thank you very much. And we also have, if you don't have any IT background at all, you can join our upcoming class as well. We have the AI class starting, and we have the GRC class starting. So those are two different classes. So if you don't have any experience at all, you will have to start with the GRC and then add AI to it if you want to add AI. It's not enough. This AI will not be enough for you. You need to understand all the other GRC frameworks, and you can add this one to it. Okay, guys, love you all so much. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed. If you answer the questions correctly, there's a gift for you. And if you join us next week, there's a gift for you too, because next week I'm also going to come back with AI. Now it's going to be a lot of AI stuff because I want you guys to get exposure to it, to understand it, and to start getting your appetite to work with it. Love you all so much. Have a good day. Bye.